Hey, this is Asia, and welcome to another Replace Guest Series. Joining us today is Sam Dunning, who's the co-owner of WebChoice and the host of the Business Growth Share podcast. Super excited to have him here. And Sam is going to share with us a tip about the upfront contract. So what do you have for us today, Sam?
Thanks, Asia. Yeah, so this is something I love to do on initial discovery calls. So it might be that an inbound lead's come in, or you've perhaps generated a lead outbound, or you've been given an appointment. So you're jumping into the call, you've done your rapport building, you've done the little intro, and you've had a brief conversation. And then I like to say, once I've got that out of the way, I say, look, let's say our prospect's name's John. So John, typically on these type of conversations, there's three things that could happen by the end of today's call. The first one could be after we've had a good conversation through your goals and objectives and your plans. It may be that you feel not comfortable with myself or our organization or the way that we do things. So if that is the case, are you okay to say, look, Sam, I'm not really that comfortable with you guys, so we'll probably part ways friends? And then your customer's probably going to say, yep, that's fine. The second thing that could happen is that after we've had a good chat through the brief, through your goals, through your objectives, I may feel that we're not the best partner to actually help you out with this project. So if that is the case, John, is it all right if I say, look, I don't think we're going to be the best match today. However, I do know partner X, who I'm happy to introduce you to, who I think would be a better fit. And the customer's most likely going to say, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Or thirdly, after we've discussed everything in detail, we understand your goals, where you want to get to with this, and your main drivers for wanting to do this. It may be we both agree that we are a good fit. So if that is the case, are we okay to spend a minute or two at the end of today's conversation discussing a relevant next step? And again, they're most likely going to say yes. This basically helps you build quite a lot of trust early on in the call. It differentiates you from all the other salespeople that are just trying to shift a solution down your prospect's neck, even if you know there's no good fit, because that's only going to harm you in the long run. And we all know not every deal is necessarily the best deal. So yeah, it's just helping you build trust and sets a good foundation really for the conversation.
I really love that tip, and I'm a huge fan of the upfront contract. Like I coach my reps to do that. I like the depth there, though, that you're giving them that additional layer of. I've always coached them to set up the expectation for the next steps. Like this isn't going to be a hard sell. At the end, I'm going to ask you if I nailed it. If I didn't, we part as friends. But I like that additional layer of, hey, if we're not a good fit, I'm going to tell you, or we'll talk about next steps. I like the control that it gives the prospect, and I think it would settle them down a bit.
Yeah, and it's also, you can weave in ways early on in the call to say, like, for example, some of the reasons why we may not be a good match is it could be to do with the budget you've allocated to this. It could be to do with the time frame you need this solution delivered within. It could be to do with the scope of work that you require. So it's just giving them options to out, because at the end of the day, we don't want to put leads or opportunities through our pipeline that are never going to go anywhere, and we don't want to waste our prospects' time. We certainly don't want to waste our own time. So it's just setting those foundations for the call. This is something a chap called Benjamin Dennehy, that you may have seen on LinkedIn, has helped me with when I interviewed him on my podcast. I used upfront contracts quite a bit because I did quite a lot of Sandler training in years gone by. But it's just something that works really well, and I recommend any sales reps or business owners give it a go.
Thank you so much for that. That was awesome, and I appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks for having me.